Hello? Is it working? Oh, I am live. Okay. All right, cool. So the truth is, I just did like a whole intro that nobody saw because I didn't know to press the go live button. So that's fun. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? We're off to a great start. Actually, I was thinking about it. I don't think I've ever said hello in a YouTube video before because like I'm usually I go right into the topic, and so like saying hello, hi, how are you? It's not something that I've ever actually done, so this is the first. You're getting a hello reveal from me today. Hello, Alex. I also saw So Locked In. Oh, hell yeah. Everyone's here. I'm so happy to see everybody. I'm really excited to start. I saw this comment a little while ago in the pre-stream chat. It said, Corbin should review seasons 1 through 3. He did already. If you don't think that, he basically did all the writing and producing for the first 3 videos, you don't know what's happening. Yeah, he was the mastermind behind it all. Oh, I gotta fix my chat. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I'm still new to this. It's 9 a.m. in New Zealand. Good morning. It's 12 a.m. 12 p.m. It's noon here in not California, but the time zone associated with California. Greetings. Hello. Everybody, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that all of you are here. So the plan today, at least right now, we're going to wait just 10 minutes for people to kind of trickle in. The stream just started. Then once that happens, we're going to review the 2 trailers that dropped for Invincible Season 4. The first one, some of you may not have even seen. I'm sure you did. It was like trending when it came out, I think. But it was the one that was revealed at the New York Comic-Con. It was a teaser trailer. So similar to all the other teaser trailers for Invincible Seasons 2 and 3, I think it was. It's like him in a diner, and that's where it starts. And then I don't know anything after that. I haven't seen any of it. And then the Season 4 trailer that came out like 2 days ago, which I also haven't seen because I have been working on Invincible Season 3. Yeah, there were 2. There were 2 trailers that came out, so you may not have seen them. You may not have seen one of them at least. So maybe this will be good news for anybody who hasn't seen it. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Review or react? I have not seen them before. This is a live reaction of what they were. I had this idea back when I finished Season 2's video. Yeah, it's I haven't seen them before, so we're gonna all watch them and experience them together. Actually, you guys can give me your opinion now while we're waiting for people to trickle in, because there's 2 trailers. When is the Season 3 video coming out? I could give you a straight answer, or I can give you a joke answer. I'll give you a straight answer. It's gonna come out when the Season 4 season comes out. That's the whole point. That's the gimmick, bro. That's what I got going. This is good news. We can be bees. Sure we can. Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? About the trailers. Yeah, I hadn't seen them. I intentionally left them like unwatched so that I could do this, because I had the idea that like it would be kind of fun to like, because now that we know where this show is going, now that we know a little bit more of like how Season 4 is going to progress with the Invincible timeline overall, and the Season 3 one, which I have details on, but you guys don't. That was the other thing that I was thinking about, was that I have all the info on what's happening in Season 3. I know about like all the themes, and I know about all the like extra characters and stuff, but like you guys don't. So that's I wonder how much I should reveal and how much I shouldn't when it comes to like what's gonna be there. I guess you guys can get the insider sneak peek of like some of my thoughts for Season 3, and the video will be coming out soon, I promise. I can actually, so that's so funny. I don't know the date that it's coming out, but I'll be able to tell you when the trailers are done. Recommend dropping it before Season 4? Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll debate. Will the stream stay after it's finished? Yes. I'm also recording, so I might just re-upload it. But it should just stay on the channel. I'll double check all of that later. But I don't know for sure. This is my first stream, so we'll find out. But I will have a copy of it for sure when it's done. It seems it's going to be more accurate to the comics. Oh, you have no idea. Like, the amount of times in the Season 3 video alone that I've just said, like, oh, so this is exactly from the comics. Like, we are, it's going to be crazy. And now I have a much better picture of where it's going. I haven't read enough of the books to really know what's going to happen. Well, that's good. That's really awesome. That's how I watched the show for the first time. I remember being surprised as hell when the show just continued its development, because, like, I didn't know where things were going. Yeah. I haven't read far, yeah. My theory is that this season will cover issues. Okay, that's a good point. I'm not gonna read that comment right this second because I do want to talk about that because I have my own ideas on like, okay, it's gonna start here. I have bold predictions. I know. I haven't even seen the trailers. I know exactly where it's gonna start and I know exactly where it's gonna end. I know where season 4 starts and where it ends because I've done all the work, I've done the research, I've read the comics front to back 2 billion times. So I'm excited to do this, to put it to the metal. I'm gonna put stakes on this. I'm gonna talk about like eating a pair of pants if I can, if my prediction's wrong. I wonder if they will drop the reboot plotline. That's a good question. I don't think they will. I think that they are 100% gonna do it. It's like a slam dunk. It's gonna be a really easy like self-contained episode. For anybody who doesn't know, the reboot plotline is like way later in the show. It doesn't actually spoil anything, not specifically, but they like reboot it. You'll see eventually, like season 6. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Tell us where it ends. I'm betting on something. After we watch the trailers, we'll get there. We'll get there. I promise. Kirkman did drop when the new Hell storyline is, if you want to know. Thank you for the suggestion. I don't want to know right now. I will want to know soon or later, eventually. But that's actually so I freaked the fuck out, man. When I saw that Damien Darkblood come back in the end of season 3, I was like, who even is this? Where are we? What is happening? So that'll be exciting. Yeah, I wasn't always a comic viewer. I wasn't always like a comic fan, but I was after I saw season 1 because I was like, oh crap, I want to see like how did they bring it from the comics? And it was really good. So I'm the comic guy now. I feel like I know all of the things, and I have one of those memories that like it makes it easy for editing YouTube videos where like I can remember like, oh, didn't somebody say something in like issue 78, and like it's like the smallest thing and like you wouldn't know it normally. I don't know. So hopefully I can put that knowledge to good use, and I can do it live because that process is much easier when I'm not in front of an audience. When I can just like take a whole day and read through the comics and go like, oh right, here's where this was said. But I guess we'll see how it goes live. Excuse me. We're getting close to the 10 minutes now. Let me ask chat for all of you lovely chatters out there. So we have 2 trailers to watch, as I mentioned. Should we watch the first trailer and then talk about it, and then watch the second trailer and talk about it? Or should we watch both trailers back to back and then talk about them all as a whole? What are our thoughts? I will make a decision if class participation is not where I need it to be. Alright, let's see. In season 3, I read every single Invincible comics of this sub-series spin-off. Astounding Wolfman is underrated? Dude, Astounding Wolfman pissed me off because I don't want to have to... What is it? Issue number, like... Oh, I know this. It's issue number 57. When, like, half of the issue just is like, hey, go read the rest of Wolfman. And it's like, well, that's annoying, so I had to, like, go find another comic to read. Astounding Wolfman pissed me off, and I'm on a bad... It's got bad blood for me. I'm not into it. I'm like pissed off that Kirkman keeps wanting us to read his other comics. Like, I just want to watch Invincible. Alright, I got some feedback here. Do you think Conquest will have... probably. Yes. Watch both, first then talk. Watch the teaser, then talk. Back to back. Both sounds good. Both then talk. Okay, it seems like people want to do both, so I guess we'll do back to back. Sorry, those 1 or 2 people who wanted me to do one then talk. That's all good. Shocked, not startled. Then discuss. Then the next one. Yeah, good point. The teaser doesn't contain much to spoil, while the actual trailer does. Just do them back to back. That's a good point. See, I thought it would be kind of fun, though, because, like, I remember, like, based on the other teasers that came out, like the teaser for Season 2, I remember looking at that and already theory crafting. And, like, that was a lot of fun, but that was when it was, when there wasn't another trailer out. Like, I feel like it would have gone much easier and better if I didn't have all the answers in another 2-minute thing, like, right after it. Not a hell of a lot to talk about in the first teaser. Okay, alright, that's the consensus then. Let's answer Sam real quick. Have you been reading Battle Beast comic? No, for the same reason. I don't want to read other Kirkman comics. I really like Invincible, I really like The Walking Dead. I don't want to read any more of your stuff. I'm sorry. Don't spin them together, okay? I don't want to read half of an Invincible issue and then half of an Astounding Wolfman comic to complete a story. I'm not interested in that. Anyway, so, here we go. This is the first one. Should I have chat on the screen? I'm gonna have chat on the screen. Okay. I'm gonna mute my mic because audio settings are weird. But we're gonna go into it. You're gonna see my face probably, and we're gonna freak out. So this is like 3 minutes, yeah. Oh, this is, okay, so everyone lock in, because this is the one you all may not have seen. This is the one where it was at the New York Comic Con. So yeah, New York Comic Con 2025. Are they bad? No, the comics aren't bad. Like, I'm sure that they're fine. I just don't want to read them. I have a very specific interest in Invincible, and I have a very specific interest in The Walking Dead, and like that's kind of it. I'm not that interested in the other stuff. Okay. All right. Lock in, everybody. So this is the trailer, some of you may not have seen. The Invincible Season 4 official teaser trailer for New York Comic Con 2025. Let's do it. Ready?
Please tell me you're not going to eat that.
Huh? No, of course not. I'm just taking in the ambiance.
Ambiance?
Yeah. I love this place.
Said no one ever.
How dare you?
Why are we here, Mark?
Okay, 2 reasons. 1, it's the place where I tell everyone when I'm gonna be back in action, right? And 2, because I'm starving, since I just, like, single-handedly saved the Earth twice in the last 2 weeks.
Hey, don't.
Can you believe people used to complain that I could never win a fight?
What people?
You know.
I really don't.
My fans.
What was that?
My fans.
Your what?
My fans, okay?
What fans?
But they sure don't say that anymore, because first, I sent all those other me's packing. Get out of here, you handsome guy.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn it up a little. One sec. Hold on. One sec. I'm just gonna turn it up a little. Nobody leave. We're not BRB. I'm just boosting the volume. Hold up. Everyone relax. Nobody panic. I will rewind at 30 seconds too. Okay. Here we go. I also was thinking it was a little quiet, so okay. Sorry. Backing it up a little bit. Let's go.
That's 2 weeks.
Hey, don't.
Can you believe people used to complain that I could never win a fight?
What people?
You know.
I really don't.
My fans.
What was that?
My fans.
Your what?
My fans, okay?
What fans?
But they sure don't say that anymore, because first, I sent all those other me's packing. Get out of here, you handsome guys, I said. And then when they didn't leave, I threw their thick, muscly buns right off my planet.
I'm pretty sure everyone else did that. There were like 30 of us out there.
And then I beat up Angstrom. Find a dimension where you're not a loser, I said, except that doesn't exist.
I really don't think you said that.
And then, this is the big one. This guy, I'm pointing at me, this guy kicked Conquest's ass. You remember that? Boom.
But did you? I mean, did you?
Yeah. I mean, also turns out he was just very lonely.
Oh my God.
That factored in a little
He was
bit.
missing all his skin, Mark. I wonder how that happened.
You don't fight with your skin, Eve. Come on.
Well, while you've been busy taking all the credit, some of us have been busy getting ready for what's next.
Busy doing what?
Well, busy writing, designing,
Hey!
storyboarding,
Whoa, hey.
voice acting,
Stop! No! Stop!
T-posing.
Cut! That's my thing. Only I get to handle those.
Like you handled Conquest?
He was very strong for an old man.
Okay then, finish it off.
Finish off what?
Whatever this is that we're doing. This is my first time. I can't believe you let Alan and Cecil do this before me.
Right, okay, can you do the card now? Do the card now!
Is it supposed to be blank?
This kind of stuff, it's not really... Eve, maybe you could...
You're so lucky we're dating now.
Hey, could you make me a new burger too, please? Extra cheese with the pickles. Maybe 1 pickle.
You know, that Mohawk version of you is looking better and better.
Wow, look at that. Check out the date. It's so soon. Get those Where's Season 5 William memes ready. Or don't, actually. I mean, enough is enough, am I right? Seriously, though, get excited. Season 4 is nuts.
Hey, maybe you win another fight.
Yeah, or 2. Or all of them. Maybe I win all the fights.
That was delightful. That was fun. Okay, so that was cute. I see now what people were talking about. I don't know exactly what I expected. I mean, I thought there would be a little bit more of, like, the behind-the-scenes stuff. Not this blank screen. Where is it? Like, this stuff. I thought there would be a little bit more of that, but that's fine. I didn't even realize how messed up that Mohawk more comment at the end was, yeah. He does win a fight. He wins several fights, actually. Invincible is known for winning. He keeps winning, as they say. What is this? Pieces of broken, wider. Mark's got metallic casts on his broken leg. All right, someone screenshot this because this is gonna come back. We'll see it. We'll see this line for line in season 4. Actually, let me read this real quick. Earth from orbit, slowly turning, pieces of broken metal drift, wider, remnants of larger intestial monster defeated. Okay, I don't think this is anything actually. He's not dead, is he? Wow, this is like really narrativized for a script. Mark jerks awake. Awake? They start with a sleep segment? That's lame. Anyway, I always find the teaser trailers funny. Everyone else just gonna taste them. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun. I thought it was delightful, actually. These two have really great chemistry. I love their voices. Steven Yeun, wonderful. I will say, the animation's a little interesting because, like, the frame rate for the New York Comic Con ones specifically are always a little unique. Like, this movement doesn't usually happen in the Invincible, like the actual Invincible show. But it is also like 3 minutes, so, you know. Yeah. No, this is solid. So the only thing to really like mention, I guess, is the arms and casts on his body, which comes from issue number 68, which I know because I've been looking at it for the last 4 weeks. Yeah, issue number 68 is where this started. Yeah, this trailer's what's hilarious. You don't fight with your skin, Eve. Wow, that's just really fantastic. I also had my own little panic when the screen went white because I was like, holy shit! I'm having all this panic about my streaming setup. I'm like, did I fuck up? Did I really mess up so bad that the internal video I captured is broken? The first episode name is mentioned in the script, I think. Let's see. Not there. You gave me no choice. Ooh, damn. The real boom hauler? Har? I'm sorry, that person in the chat really gave us something. You gave me no choice. Maybe we'll have to go back and like find where that's from. I'm gonna write that down. You gave me no choice. To be honest, my setup is good. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. To be honest, that doesn't like jump out to me. You gave me no choice. What could that be from? Oh, I think it's from Dinosaurs. Okay, so let's take note of this. And now let's go to the next trailer so that I can keep true with what we said. We'll actually watch both of them because there isn't a whole lot left to say. It's very amusing, very funny dialogue. I could imagine being at the New York Comic Con and this comes up and it's just them talking for 3 minutes and I lose my shit. It's really fun. It's from when he kills that guy? Yeah, but okay, it can't be. Like, it can be, but he says it to Angstrom right before he tries to kill him? We'll see. We'll go back. I have all the comics ready for us to view, but for now, let's start here. Let's do this. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna check. Okay, everything seems good. Nope. Spoilers. Relax. Okay. All right. So now let's watch the season 4 trailer that came out like 2 days ago. So everybody can lock out. You've probably seen this one already. Wait, the astronaut? Probably. In season 3, episode 7. Yeah, but see, okay, so here's the thing about episode titles, and I know for sure I've mentioned this before, but each of the episode titles is from like the issue that the episode took the most from. So We Need to Talk was mostly from issue number 11 because that was the episode where they needed to talk. Where I really came from mostly came from issue number 2 because that was the issue where he told him where he came from. So the episode titles on 98% of the occasions coincide with which issue is being adapted the most. I don't want to listen to this because I haven't read anything. That's fine. I understand. Thanks for stopping in, Igor. But so yeah, what's the word? The episode titles coincide with like what was taken the most from them. So yeah, if you have an episode that already, then why'd they keep yeah, I'll talk about it, Speed Boon, don't worry. But so you have a lot of episodes that have lines of dialogue. I lost my sauce. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, let me go back. Each episode title is from the comics, and it's from the issue of the comics that the episode took the most from. So if you have an episode title like You Gave Me No Choice, and that came from an issue that was already covered, if that came from the Angstrom Levy in Invincible War, that's not going to cut it. I'm sorry. That's not going to cut it, Chief. So it has to come from after that. I think I know where it's from. It could be 2 places. Like someone said, there's a spaceman invasion. I'll just keep it there for now because I don't want to spoil everything. But there's a spaceman invasion that happens at the end of issue 70, and he does something crazy. But if he does something crazy, That's way too soon. There's no way that that's the first episode of season 4. So, hey, hold that thought. Sounds like Corbin is awake and wants to join the party. Maybe he can watch with us. Hold on. Hi, bud.
He's about ready for his nap.
He's about ready for his nap. Oh. Everyone, lock in. Corbin's here. All right, Corbin. We're going to watch the season 4 trailer now. Say hi, Corbin. Okay. We're going to watch the season 4 trailer now. Sometimes the episode name is paraphrased. No, not a single time. You know this because season 2 had the episode, in about 6 hours I lose my virginity to a fish, which could have been shortened, but was not. I think sometimes the episode name is paraphrased. Yeah, no, sorry. Okay, alright. We're gonna watch, everybody. This is the season 4 trailer that came out like 2 days ago. Very excited. We'll actually get some info here. Yep, Corbin's here. Everyone here. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mark, take a night off.
We don't get to take a night off. If I'd actually killed Angstrom the first time, so many people would still be alive. I'll do anything to stop that from happening again.
It's not who you are, Mark. But trauma like that breaks people.
Things are changing, Mark, and not for the better. Oh, God.
We'll figure this out, okay?
We need to show the world that even after everything that happened, the Guardians are still here, fighting to keep everyone safe.
Come on!
From what might be coming our way.
I'm sorry, Mark. We need your help.
How do you feel about war?
The Viltrumites will always be a threat to Earth.
But each day, we add more allies to break their hold on the galaxy. Together, we have a chance to end this war forever.
I can help. How much does this job pay?
No tricks this time.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
You'll have to trust me.
There will be loss. There will be sacrifice.
I'm sorry.
We must all face judgment for the evils of our past if we want any hope to change our future.
This is serious, Shapesmith.
This is fruit punch. Would you like some?
Is everyone ready?
Yes!
We stick together. That's how we win this.
Leave no one alive.
Ooh, okay. So, this is a very interesting trailer. To answer some questions, yes, Dinosaurus, my boy. I'm happy he's back. Someone said, didn't Dinosaurus show up later than the Viltrumite War? No, he showed up before, then he was put away, then he came after. He had a few times where he was in the show. Dinosaurus Arc will be season 5? Yes, it will. Surprised they showed the skull. Not me. No, bro. This is the whole core of the Viltrumite War. Like, this is... Which is where we're going next. Oh, look at that sleepy boy. Which is where we're going next. Thrag straight up looks like the comics. Yeah, he looks very cool. I don't know if I love his voice, but I think I will love it when I see more of it. We'll have to see. He had one line. There's not a whole lot for me to go off of. So, right off the bat, what's most interesting to me is that I didn't see a whole lot of the Viltrumite War. Like, to be clear, the next... Oh, don't touch the mic, buddy. To be clear, Season 4 is going to be the Viltrumite War, right? So, there wasn't a whole lot of that in here. I saw a whole lot of everything else. We're gonna go by it one by one. I'm gonna hand him back so that he can take a nap, because look at this boy, he's very sleepy. Alright, say bye. Bye, chat. Bye. Okay. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna go BRB. 1 second. Hi, I'm back. Okay, let's do this. So, okay, so I had this idea now. I'd kind of put this over here, and I'm gonna pull up all of the comics. So, don't worry about what program this is, but these are all the comics for the upcoming stuff, divided up by where they need to be. So, I had the opposite takeaway. I think they marked the Viltrumite War heavy in this trailer. Really? Where? Because, like, let's go bit by bit, right? This is all pre the war. This stuff with the Guardians is from the Sesquid attack that's coming up. Oh, okay, so I guess anybody who hasn't seen the comics, some of you had the right idea. I think it might be time, if you don't want to be spoiled, to maybe mute or click off, because we're gonna go into like what it all means. We're gonna do like every comic stuff. So if you don't want any of that, I don't know why you're here. So yeah, this is the Russ incident, the Sesquid stuff. Dinosaurus, which is the very beginning. The I forgot her name. I can find it. She's in issue number 69. What's her name? Universa. I actually expected her not to be in this, but like she was the one that I thought would maybe get left out. But I guess if they're gonna have Dinosaurus, it's kind of important to have her too. The season, do all the new stuff they're probably not going to get rid of. Didn't Robert Kirkman say he wanted 11 seasons? I hope so. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, Universa. Weird name. She only shows up in like 4 issues, but... So let's be clear. All of this is not the Invincible War. Sorry, the Viltrumite War. Universa. See, this is the... what are their names? The Flaxons. The Flaxons attack, which means Robot and Monster Girl are probably going to be departing this season. This is the beginning of the Viltrumite War. This is like the catalyst of it. This is Viltrumite War. This is not. Well, I would say it is, except the person he's fighting is the Walking Dread, who's from the Guarding the Globe comic series. Wait, is that right? Yeah, because that's where the Order shows up. So, he said 7 to 8 seasons? I don't know. That's probably where it's going to end up being. I don't think they can pull off 11 seasons from the show. Yeah, this is the Viltrumite War. Okay, maybe you were a little right. This is, it's got a bit of it. This is the pre-Viltrumite War. I'll show you where that's from in a minute. That's Viltrumite War. Viltrumite War. I don't know what this is from. What is this from? What mission do the Guardians go on at this point? Where are they going? I don't know. A lot of questions. There's no juice box. But yeah, the fucking Surtur, that's Marvel. I don't know who these people are. I forget their name. But these are the people that Doc Seismic links up with. I do not have the comic issues for these guys yet. I didn't pull them. Because I did not expect to see them anywhere in this. Unless these have something to do with Damien Darkblood, which I also didn't see any of in this trailer, which is interesting. I know what all this is. Yeah, again, I'm very shoddy on all of the Doc Seismic stuff that happens later. Like, I kind of tuned out for it. This is Viltrumite War, Viltrumite War. Okay. It's a lot. The planet with the ring is Viltrum, yeah. Oh yeah, shit, you're right. This is probably Viltrum. Good call, Sam. Somebody said 147, you can see the planet blowing up. I don't think so. I don't think they put that in this trailer. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, it's the three dudes in the middle. Damn. That blast of energy. Reminds me of Avatar. Not related, but do you think they'll adapt the mini arc when Mark goes to the past? You're talking about the reboot arc? Yes, I do think they will. It's actually like a slam dunk, really easy, self-contained episode if you wanted to do that. And it's extraordinarily important because the comic series needs to jump in the future. And the only way to do that is with reboot. I mean, not the only way, but whatever. His appearance is actually more than it seems on the surface. It's one of the catalysts for Mark thinking more like Cecil and Dinosaurus Fascisto. Yeah. Okay. So let's actually let's get a little bit more analytical. As far as I can tell, all this beginning stuff is like show exclusive. This is not found anywhere in the comics. It should have been. The comics have this unfortunate streak of not leaving time to grieve. Like, Mark goes from journey to journey and people to people, and so they do not have a lot of time to like reflect on this stuff, which is funny because I always thought comics were supposed to be like longer than shows, but whatever. The importance of showing this in the trailer is because, like, putting Cecil so in the background, it'd be weird if they didn't do Reboot. Yeah, you're right. Everybody seems to love Reboot. I thought it was okay. I thought it was weird. Like, I thought it was interesting, and I thought the conclusion was very nice, but a little fast. Anyway, so yeah, this PTSD that he experiences about fighting Conquest, which is also the same thing that was shown in the, where is it? Oh, I just ruined it, whatever. But that was this. It says he, like, wakes up. This is that same scene from the Comic-Con trailer. Jerks awake, glances around frantically. Yeah, that was that scene. So it probably is going to be the very beginning, which I think is a little lame. Anyway, so this. Eve's powers going awry. This happens in issue number 69 as a consequence, nice by the way, as a consequence of her dying from Conquest. Where is it? Yeah, like she tries to attack her and haha, flowers. It means nothing. I don't know why they're highlighting it so much. I thought they were gonna drop it because, like, she loses her powers for like 2 issues. And then that's it. So there isn't like anything else that happens with that. It kind of pisses me off, to be honest. So I don't know why they even have any bit of like time focused on it. Maybe the show will do more. No, it's because she's pregnant. You're wrong. It is not because she's pregnant. She has full control over her powers when she is pregnant. She just would harm the fetus if she uses them. I mean, maybe it's like an unexplained concern that her powers are being weird because she doesn't, because she's pregnant. But, like, that's not, we're writing the story for them at this point. She loses the powers because she's pregnant? You're incorrect. I'm sorry. I can show you. They might make it last a little long. I think they will. I hope that they do. I actually talk about it a lot more in my Season 3 video, but there's a lot more emphasis in the show for Eve's identity when it comes to being a superhero. And so I think this will actually be like the culmination of that, where in the same way where Mark loses his powers later in the comic run, like, she'll have to grapple with, like, who am I without my powers? Like, how can I do this without my powers? How can I be a valuable member of society? So I think they will make that last a little longer, which is good. Because yeah, it starts in issue number like 69, or actually, okay, it technically starts in issue number 65 when they have sex after the Invincible War, and then I'm pretty sure her powers are working like even in this fight, which is issue number 70, or is it 71? Yeah, look, like she's here in this fight. Oh no, she's not. I lied. I don't know. I'm getting a little scrambled. We're doing this live, guys. It's okay. We're having fun. It's very much because she's pregnant. Okay. Compendium 3 was fun. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Okay. Wait, you're right. I was wrong. It's all good. Let's keep going. Because, yeah, I can show you panels where she uses her powers when she's pregnant. Because she needs to. Well, I won't, because there are spoilers for Rex and his story later. And Angstrom and his story later. Okay. I'm pretty sure Damien is after the Lava Lady in the trailer. That's an interesting read. Is Damien Darkblood in this? I don't see him. Oh shit, that's him! You're right! Oh, I just completely missed him! Oh shit! He was in the trailer! How many times have you reread the comics? I read them every time I need to find something. I'll explain that in a second. Yo. This guy right here. With the horns? Yo, Portal to... Not Portal to me. Milkshake. Dude. Saved the stream. Dude, Damien right here. Crazy. I didn't even see him. Somebody asked how many times do I reread the comics. I reread them every time I need to find something. So while I'm writing, like, the Season 3 video, it'll be like, hey... Because basically what I'm doing right now is the whole process, where, like, I look at this and I'm like, okay, what issue was this from? I know exactly what issue this was from, and it's technically not an Invincible. I'll talk about it in a second. But I basically have to, like, read, like, okay... Let's go back to issue number 67 and just go all the way through until I find this panel. So I reread the comics a lot. I have to. But yeah, I enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. I actually think like the 70s are a little lacking. No, that's a lie, because that's the Viltrumite War. Is it the 80s? I think the 80s are a little boring, but they're like a slower burn of what's happening. Invincible returns. Yeah, you're right. So I do mention this in my Season 3 video. For anybody unaware, Invincible has a spin-off comic called Invincible Returns that, like, fills in the blanks. Where is it? Issue number... Hold on. I'll find it. Issue number 70 and issue number 71. So, you'll notice in issue number 70, he's in his blue costume. And then in issue number 71, he's in his yellow costume. If you go back, there is... this is how the panel ends. Cecil saying, we really need to talk. And then it's just... he's in his yellow costume. That is because there is a one-shot spin-off comic called Invincible Returns that takes place between issues number 71 and 70. Yeah, 70 and 71, where they fill in the blanks. And this, the returning of Nolan to the freaking comic run to Earth, is in that issue. So if you just didn't read it, like I didn't the first time, you have no idea what's happening. You go from, we really need to talk, and then it's like, haha, we're fighting the Flaxans, what's even happening? Which, by the way, is the conflict that happens in the trailer. This fight with Britt is this fight in the comics, which is fun, because this fight ends really dramatically with everyone ready for some spoilers? Robot is like, no, we have to, like, fight them, we have to kill them, we can't let them invade again, and he and Monster Girl go into the portal, and then they're just not seen in the comics for like another 10 issues. So I have a feeling Robot and Monster Girl will be leaving this season 4. Okay, I'm meandering a little. Yeah, I remember reading that and wondering what the heck happened. Yeah, me too. I was pissed about it until I found out that Invincible Returns was a thing. I actually don't have Invincible Returns here for us, so we can't look at it, which is an oversight on my part, but that's okay. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about, like, what, because I mentioned it before, and I will, like, make true to my word. I know exactly what the first episode will be, and I know exactly what the second episode will be, and I know exactly where the show will end for season 4. So, I think you can see Mark punching through that one guy's head at one point in the trailer. Yeah, he punches in the trailer, but I don't think he punches through his head. Oh wait, he punches through somebody's head, and it's probably Russ, which is the conclusion of the Sesquid attack on Earth. But we can only make so many assumptions. Is it here? I don't know. Okay, so let me make my predictions, right? Season 4, episode 1, is going to start in issue number 68 with the dinosaurs attack for the first time. You can see this is where he has his casts. Like, this is exactly where we're starting. Now, season 3 ended on issue number 65. That is the last issue that was adapted for the season. So you would naturally think that issue number 66 and 67, haha, he said 67, you would think that those two issues would be adapted first, but they will not, because issue number 66 is the adventures of Nolan and Alan gathering up weapons that can defeat the Viltrumites. They give him a new costume. That's his outfit from the trailer. See, it's the, I forget what they're called. Yeah, literally LDS tech jacket. Yeah, tech jacket's cool. So issue number 66 and 67 are these two traveling around finding Space Racer, for starters, and then 6-7, I know. And then after that, they fight these, I think they're called Ragnoks, or something like that. And this is the ice planet. See, this is what's in the trailer for, in the middle of the Invincible War. This planet is, here, in issue number 67. Why does Nolan hate shoes? Because, I don't know, man. They probably don't make his size. Yeah. Also, you have these, Star Trek ripoffs. I don't know if they'll be in the show. Although they might be. Kirkman's kind of funny like that. Ragnars, thank you. Yes, that is the right word for them. Ragnars, yeah. So Ragnars are in the trailer right here. These are them. And this is where they come from. Issue number 67. So, and then issue number 67 ends with Thaddeus revealing the Scourge virus, which probably won't have a very big part to play in this season. I think next season it will. And then 68 is back to Earth with Mark. So, all of that to say, season 4, episode 1, will be dinosaurs. It will be Mark fighting dinosaurs and getting back into the swing of things that are happening. He looks really cool, too. Although, he looks a lot more smooth than I was expecting. You know, dinosaurs are scaly. At least they are in the comics. I thought they would look like more scaly. Also, his claws are really small. This is like a very small Dinosaurus when I look at it, actually. When's the Season 3 vid? I will tell you. Bro, the Season 3 video is coming out March 18th. The Season 3 video is coming out March 18th, bro. That is how the formula works. So, everybody who is asking when it's coming out, that's when it's coming out. If nothing could hurt my feet, I'd walk barefoot too. Yeah, that's fair. I probably would. Also, he flies everywhere. Why would he need to walk? He doesn't even walk. He does that for the comfort of the people on Earth. Is it just me, or does the show Dinosaurs look like a lizard version? Yeah. He doesn't look like a dinosaur. He looks like not scaly. Animation budget? Bro, everyone keeps saying animation budget, but like, show me the proof. There's no evidence that the animation budget is low. When a show is doing really good, they give you more budget for animation, not less. Like, Invincible is one of the biggest shows to come back every year. So there's probably no animation budget shortage. It's probably going to look fantastic. Like, I know season 1 looked different. Everybody talks about, like, the different shading in season 1. And, like, you're right. The shading does look different. But it's not, like, a huge... Like, you're not going from, like, an incredible quality to a really crap quality. Like, they look comparable. Anyway. So, Lizardsaurus over here, and Dinosaurs. They will be episode 1. Episode 1 will also probably feature, Conquest escaping and most likely Eve being pregnant as the very end of that episode. It will also most likely include the, probably this. I imagine it would be Dinosaurus and then Universa back to back because their storylines are very, connected. Connected in a thematic sense, not in a, like, they don't actually talk to each other. And then, the Sesquid attack. Which will most likely... as I'm saying it, I know exactly what they're going to do. So, this Sesquid attack is going to lead into... this is going to lead into episode 2. This will be the first half of episode 2. And then the later half of episode 2 will be Nolan and Alan searching for things. Like how they did for season 3 when they did, like... It was episode 4, when the first half was Mark going to the future and killing Immortal, and then the second half was just them busting out of prison. They're going to do that again for episode 2. So episode 1 is going to be Dinosaurus, Universa, and the Sesquid attack, the first one. And then episode 2 is going to be the conclusion of that, more specifically, Mark ending that fight, which for anybody who doesn't know, he just punches his head off. Yep. Mark is going to end that fight in season 2. Sorry, episode 2. Season 4, episode 2. It's going to start with Mark ending this fight. And then... Here it is, by the way. You gave... Oh, no. So, a lot of you may think, "You've left me with no choice," is the title for episode 1. You're wrong. There has not been a single time where they've adapted a quote from the comic for the title that it hasn't been exactly correct. So I bet that this is not the name. This is not where it comes from. Although it might be, I don't fucking know. But yeah. So episode 2 is going to be this. Is going to be killing Russ and then going over to Nolan. I had a thought about what the rest of the season would be, but I think episodes 6 and 7, are going to be the Viltrumite War. And then episode 8 is going to be the conclusion. Because, where is it? Because the very last bit of episode 8, I think, is going to be, like, the very last thing we see for this season is this abortion. Was it this, or was I thinking of something else? Not her abortion. Was it an abortion? I don't remember. She lost the baby. She made a decision. Yeah, it was an abortion. And then I could see this maybe being the very beginning of season 5, but I don't know. I think someone said killing Russ is 1:30 in the trailer. Let's look. 1:30. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Yeah, he's punching somebody, but, you know, if you know, you know. I think episode 1 will have Nolan and Alan. Nope. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, like, be so blunt about it, but I do not think that is what's going to happen. You do not open an Invincible season with Nolan and Alan. You just don't. It's not what's going to happen. Episode 1 of season 4 is probably going to have this dinosaurs. That was my bet. I was gonna say I will fucking eat a pair of pants. I will cook them. I will cook a pair of pants and eat them on stream, on video, if Dinosaurus is not in episode 1. And I mean episode 1. If he's in episode 2, I'll do it. But if he's in episode 1, I'm good. I don't have to eat a pair of pants because I'm that willing to bet on it. I've been very good at predicting what happens in Invincible for the most part. But yeah. Taco. This is the funniest part of the comic for me, by the way. This date with when Mark goes to visit Eve's parents and, like, have dinner with them for the first time. We hold you to that? You should. I will eat a pair of pants. I will ask everybody what pair of pants I should eat. I'll eat my favorite pair of pants. I won't buy a new pair of pants. I will eat my favorite pair of pants for that. Not saying the entire episode in space, but if they were to be in half of it. So I think the half will be episode 2. Because they have a lot to establish on Earth. They have a lot to do. What episode do you think Robot and Monster Girl will leave? Episode 1. I think that they will not be a part of this season for very long. I think that is because we don't see any of them in this trailer. Oh, I'm wrong. We actually see them in this like space part. What? Dude, I want to know what mission this is. Like, this is going to Viltrum. This is Viltrum. Viltrum has a ring. But if the implication is that these guys are on the ship, what ship is this? This isn't a Viltrumite ship. At most, episode 4? Ah, man, I don't know. What episode do you think? Yeah, do you have any... do you have to eat the pants raw, or can you season them? I'm gonna season the fuck out of those, man. I'm gonna bake them on a grill for, like, a long time. Yeah, I think it's gonna be episode 4. I don't see Robot. Robot's in the beginning part, right here. He's in the back. I mean, Rudy isn't, but Robot is. Do you think we're gonna get more of the conflict between Mark's kids from, like, the very final episode? I mean, maybe. I could imagine the very last episode of the show being, like, 2 hours long. I could see it being, like, a show. Like, a movie, rather. Because there's a lot of ground to cover. That's a long issue. And you want to do it justice, you know? You don't want to just... But the problem with that is that, like, there's not a whole lot of conflict in the very last issue. So, like, if you did a movie, it wouldn't, like, be that way. When they leave because they have to do the Devil arc, and it's going to be after that? Devil arc. Are you talking about, like, when Rudy turns bad? They fight the Sesquids, then the Sesquids fight them, right? No, so what happens is the Sesquids invade Earth again in issue number 70. Oh, no, yeah, sorry. I was thinking Flaxens. The Sesquids... Maybe they chase the Flaxens and that's what this is. But I don't know, this doesn't look like... This isn't space either. This is Earth that they're on. Ah, aha, see, we're analyzing. See, this is like... This is meant to believe that, like, they're on the ship, but they're not. Because, like, out here is, like, purple space stuff, but, like, out the window here, it's, like, sky. They're on Earth right now. They're probably going... Oh, they're probably going to the Sesquid attack, because the Sesquid attack happens in, I don't remember which city this is. Yeah, this is the ship. This is the scene right here, actually. So this ship that they're on right here is not in space. It's right here. The new arc with Darkblood? I don't know. No, the Darkblood is going to be before the Flaxen invasion. I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know. I'm fairly certain that the Sesquids are episode 1, and then the Flaxen invasion is episode 3. Which means that Monster Girl and Rudy are going to leave in episode 3. Good catch, thank you. I remember them going to space to fight the Sesquids. You do, but that's in issue 40. That is already covered. That's that was the first time that the Guardians fought the Sesquids. That was at the same time that the Lizard, not the Lizard League. No, it was the Lizard League. The Lizard guys. They were attacking the missile base. Yeah. So that was that already happened. What you're thinking already exists. Now, from there, the Sesquids hitch a ride back with Russ, as you saw in season 2, I think, and then they plan, and then they have this huge invasion, this huge attack that happens at the same time as Universa, which is why I think that this will be an episode 1 conflict, and then it will resolve in episode 2. Unexpected stream, but I'm here for it. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, in case you missed it, we reviewed the trailer, and we're going through all of the analytics for it. God, I really should pull up the Invincible Returns. I don't have it. I have to grab it. Okay. Well, yeah. Universa. In case you are wondering about it, like what the process looks like, it's a lot of this. I just kind of tab through the comic and go like, this is probably what's going to happen next. Yeah, so this is the very beginning of the Viltrumite War. The Viltrumite War lasts from issue number 71 to issue number 78. And I have a feeling that it will all be covered. Because, like, yeah, look, the Flaxens are just at the beginning of this. The Flaxens are a very, very small piece of this puzzle. Haha, Lizard League, get fucked. Yeah, Tech Jacket's here. Yeah, and then Nolan comes back. In this issue, because this is Invincible, he's already back. The Flaxen invasion is in issue number 71. Really good memory, yeah. This is issue number 71, which is the very first issue of the Viltrumite War, when he's back in his yellow suit. Oh, okay, so people were saying, like, will Mark have the blue suit for the Damien Darkblood invasion? Not the Damien Darkblood invasion, but the Damien Darkblood storyline and arc. Good question. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so if we think about it, right, because we know it's in episode 1, I've talked about it a lot. We know it's in episode 2, I've talked about it a lot. If episode 3 is going to be the Flaxen invasion, that's a very small piece of the puzzle, and they probably want to do this Damien Darkblood thing before the Viltrumite War. Although, doesn't it kind of sound like Invincible to have a Damien Darkblood storyline and not have Invincible be a part of it? What if this happens during the war? What if this happens while Mark is not on Earth? And it's just like, oh shit, where's Invincible when you need him? Like, I don't know, man. That's just a thought. It probably, I don't know if it'll happen that way, but it sounds Invincible to do it like that. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, Damien Darkblood probably will be right after. There's a shot of his blue suit goggles in front of a fire, but it's not clear if that's in the lava location. It's actually interesting because I just realized this comic goes back and this trailer goes back and forth on having him in his yellow suit and his blue suit. Is there a scene where he doesn't have his robot braces fighting Dinosaurus, but does in other scenes? Not in the trailer. In the comic, yes. Where is it? Oh, right here, yeah. So he punched off all of his armor, which does happen in the comics. Where is it? It's like the first thing that happens, actually. Yeah, like he punches off his armor when he hits Dinosaurus. And then he bites off the other one. So yeah, like they go pretty fast. They go really fast. The blue suit is a cut at 130. Let's see. Oh, this. I don't know. You gotta think about it, right? What? No, it's all good. Okay. So this is interesting because some people were like, do you think this is during the Damien Darkblood part? I don't know. This is like too cinematic of a moment to just like be in the fight. You know what I mean? I think this is more... I don't know, because it can't be during the Viltrumite War. Like, that was my first thought, is like he's looking at something that happens during the Viltrumite War, and he's seeing like flames, and it's supposed to be like symbolic, not like literal. But it can't be, because he has his yellow suit at that time. Maybe this is during the Sesquid attack. I know that sounds lame and silly, but like, maybe it is. Because it's like dusk here, and you can kind of see like on his face too. Like this is like dusk lighting. Or maybe, I don't know, just the fire. I have no idea. Maybe this is from it. So if this, okay, let's go both ways then. If this is from the Damien Darkblood timeline, or like the Damien Darkblood storyline that they're going to do, then he'll have the blue suit for episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3, which will be the Flaxen attack. Oh, okay, so maybe this will be before that. Maybe the Damien Darkblood. Oh, okay, I'm seeing it in my head now. The Damien Darkblood. You can kind of see Darkblood's hand right through in his glasses. Is that his hand? I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. It goes really fast, so it's really, really hard to tell. But like the question is like, are these fingers basically? But like, I don't think they are. I don't know. Well, remember when Mark imagines what the Viltrumite might... Yes, I do remember that part, but that part happens at the end of the Viltrumite War when he's in his yellow suit, not the blue suit. And this is the blue suit. So I know exactly what time you're talking about, Speed Boom, but it couldn't be this time. It couldn't be that because he's in his blue suit here. So it has to be before the Viltrumite War. So like, what happens before the Viltrumite War that he could see fire in his glasses like this? And everyone's predicting it's the Damien Darkblood like story. BTW's confirmed Darkblood episode is episode 4. By who? Who confirmed that? Like, I don't mean to be so skeptical, but like, who's giving out this info? Yeah, but it's all in his head though. Yeah, but when he's in his head, he's look, hold on. So the part you're talking about is not this part. This part. The part you're talking about is this issue. So this issue is at the end of the Viltrumite War, after they destroy Viltrum. Mark and Nolan are on their way back to Earth, and he is having all of these concerns about like, oh my god, they're on Earth already. They're killing everybody I know. Like, oh no, Debbie's head ripped off her body. But when he's already, he's in his yellow suit at this time. So like, I know the part you're talking about, but it couldn't be that because he's past this suit at this point. Yeah, but it's on. Yeah, okay. I think it is the Sesquids because punching that one astronaut head. I forgot his name. His name is Russ. Symbolic blue suit killing people. Yeah. Yes. The blue suit is symbolic of letting go of his preconceived notions about murder. Robert Kirkman said that? Okay. That's weird. What the hell are they gonna do for episode 3 then? Robert Kirkman said it? I watched the clip. Okay, like 4 of you confirmed it. I believe you. That's fine. But so, okay. That's weird. Because if... Okay, hold on. I have Photoshop open for this. So, Ep1 is going to be... We're gonna plot this out, everybody. Hold on. Ep1. So we're gonna have episode 1 as Dinosaurus. What else did I say? Universa. And then Sequids Part 1. Right? Then we're gonna have... Nope, not what I wanted. Then we're gonna have episode 2 be Sequids Part 2. And then Nolan and Alan. And that's gonna be the whole episode. I'm willing to put money on this. Like, I will put money on a bet for this. So episode 3. Right? And then, more importantly, episode 4. Because if episode 4 is going to be Damien Darkblood, you have to understand, right? Like, look at this. And then, presumably, episode 5 through 8 is the Viltrumite War. Right? So, you have to understand, he gets his yellow suit at this point. He gets his yellow suit before the Viltrumite War. So, what the hell is he doing in episode 3? I think Nolan returns at end of 4. He returns to Earth, yeah, but he's in the show before that. Because, yeah, he probably returns at the end of 4 so that the war can start in episode 5. I'm telling you, episode 4 is Darkblood? No, I hear you. I believe you. So I'm saying, like, what's episode 3 then? Because he has to be in the blue suit for episode 4. If what we believe... If this is during the Darkblood attack. What's in episode 3? Maybe you're right, though. Darkblood happens when Mark is not on Earth. I don't know. That would be funny to me. I could see that happening. Flaxen and Mark in yellow suit. Episode 6 and 7 is war. Okay, yeah. So, Sam, I believe you. But I don't, like... Nolan returning isn't a whole episode thing. Like, that's going to be, like, the end of an episode thing, you know? Or, like, it's going to be a 10-minute scene, rather. Universa is 3? How? If the Sesquids are going to be episode 1, like I'm predicting, Universa happens at the same time. Like, they're not independent of each other. The whole reason Mark isn't there in the beginning to just punch Mark's face off is because he's dealing with Universa. Per the comics. Here, I'll show you. Where is it? Yeah, so... Yeah, look, like, Universa attacks this power plant, and then Eve gets a call about it because they're doing Invincible Inc. at this point, and then Debbie tries to come and get him because there's aliens attacking Houston. So, these two attacks happen at the same time. So Universa probably is not her own episode. There could be a 2 Darkblood episode. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think so. That doesn't sound right to me. 1 is Dino, Nolan, and Alan. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, that's fine. We'll see. Dinosaurus is definitely episode 1, though. I'm gonna eat a pair of pants if not. And Nolan and Alan is episode 2. Like, I'm willing to put money on that. I'm not gonna eat a pair of pants, though. Universal is the beginning of Sesquids. You didn't map out the Flaxen Invasion. Good point. You know why? It's because the Flaxen Invasion lasts like 4 panels. I don't mean to be so drill about it. No, you're right. I didn't talk about the Flaxen Invasion yet. But, yeah, the Flaxen Invasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. That's it. Clip it. I don't know what we're clipping. So if the Flaxen Invasion is in episode 3, it'll be very short. So even if Flaxens. So let's assume for a second. Let's just assume for a second that this is not during the Damien Darkblood attack. Okay, right? This is not during the Damien Darkblood attack. That means he could get his blue suit or his yellow suit in between 2 and 3, right? Hold on. Let's see this. Hold on, you guys. Stand by. Okay. Right? Does that all make sense to everybody? So, if he gets his yellow suit in between episodes 2 and 3, then we can have the Flaxens in episode 3. And then we have Darkblood in episode 4. But, yeah, I don't know. You could stretch it. I don't know if you could stretch the whole way. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, the Viltrum, the Flaxen War is really short. Because they run into the same problem they always run into. You find out how to stop them from de-aging. You know what I mean? Like, look, they as soon as they figure out that these big tanks stop them from emitting the distortion field, they just destroy all the tanks and the fight's over. So, like, yeah, you could extend that out a little bit, but, like, I don't know, dude. I don't think it's going to be a whole episode. I can't imagine. It would be a whole episode. Let's put this down here. I'm actually going to move all this over. One sec. Okay. What episode do you think they'll blow up Viltrum? Good question. We'll talk about that in a sec. Mark feels the blue suit is cursed, so to me, Hell storyline makes sense with the blue. That's a good read. That's a good read. I don't know. I just don't know. I accidentally closed the thing. Let me pull it up again. Okay. Invincible returns, BTW? I know. I really should pull it up. Actually, do you guys want to... We've been going for an hour. How about we take, like, a little BRB? Everybody go, just, like, get some water. We're talking a lot. I'm going to pull all the Invincible return stuff, and I'll be back in, like, 2 minutes. Does that sound good to everybody? We'll do that? Okay. So, I'll pull the Invincible return stuff so that we can look at that. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens there that they might actually throw into episode 3, and that might be the gap we're missing. So, I'm going to go BRB. I'll be back in 1 sec. Boop. Hello, I am back. Everyone's still with us? Okay. Let's put you here. You up. Alright. Everybody have the chance to get some water? Nobody's hydrating like they should be. I'm a big proponent of that. I live in a very dry place, so. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? Ba-ba. Okay, so I have the Invincible returns stuff. Actually going through it real quick and like looking at it, I realized that there's actually quite a lot that happens in this comic that I could see them throwing into like episode 3. So let's go through it real quick, because I show of hands, how many people have not read Invincible Returns? Because like I said, I didn't when I read the comic run. If Nolan comes back to Earth episode 4. How many people haven't read this stupid comic? I hate this comic so much. I already had a Coke, so I didn't grab one. That's fine. As long as you're putting some liquids in your body. Actually, I didn't even do it, so I'm gonna... Thank you guys so much for coming, by the way. This really means a lot. This was an experiment. This was like... I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. I have because my friend warned me. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point. It's not empty. Okay. I read every Invincible Universe comic. Invincible Universe, dude, that is a weird one. I didn't like Invincible Universe. Hold on. I'm actually gonna adjust my camera a little bit. That's a little better. Because I'm like leaning in more than I thought. Okay. This has been fun. Thank you, Excelsior. I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun. Okay, so Invincible returns, right? As I said, so let's recap real quick, right? Invincible issue number 70. He's in his blue suit. He's fighting the Sesquids, whatever, right? I keep calling them Sesquids because like they're squids to me. And then it ends with Cecil saying like, "Hey, we need to talk," and then it's just issue number 71. And then he's just in the yellow suit. You don't get to see the conversation between him and Cecil. That's because it's all found in Invincible Returns. So, Invincible Returns starts with a few different colors, actually, which is cool. Covers. Cool. So, it starts with that conversation between him and Cecil, which is probably the very beginning here. I said that there wasn't a comic equivalent for this, but, like, this is it, I guess. Yeah, like, this conversation right here is this conversation right here. And then a little bit about the Reaniman, and then Conquest returning to Thrag, which is actually his introduction. Thrag's introduction is in a spin-off comic. So this scene right here, that's Conquest actually. That's his head. Just realized. It's fun. Yep. And then Eve talking about being pregnant, which is fun. Oliver complaining about bullshit. And then I forgot all about this part. This part where Invincible and Titan fight Mr. Liu again. Which is funny because I talked about it for the season 3 video that you haven't seen yet. So, this part, this could be in issue number 30. I mean, in episode 3. We were talking, right? We were like, what the hell happens in episode 3? If he gets his yellow suit here, right? Like, what the hell could happen in episode 3? That's going to take up so much time. I think we found it, right? It's the Titan and Liu fight. So boom, covered some of the gaps there, which is awesome. And then episode 4, Nolan returns. Probably. Right? Does this look good to everybody? Is the class? Are we following along, class? Everybody understanding? Yeah. So then from here, yeah, he fights. Yeah. You see, even as in the Invincible Returns arc, he's like ready to kill people. So the blue suit basically marks like an affinity for murder, which is funny because he returns to it actually. After the Viltrumite War, there's a circumstance that he goes back to the blue suit. So yeah, and then he talks to Art about stuff, and he gets his yellow suit back. So if I had to guess, they won't do all of this for episode 3. They'll probably have that Art conversation like here. Oh, I did read this. Good. Good. And then, look, yeah, him and Eve are talking on the rooftop, as they do. That's, like, their spot. And then Nolan returns. Yep. It happens in this spin-off comic, which is crazy to me. The time for war is upon us. It sure is, big guy. Actually, I think I like the Viltrumite War, like, one of the best arcs in the comics. I think I like the death of everybody a little bit better. Or everyone. Yeah, the death of everyone a little better. But if you know, you know. Yeah, so then Mark and Eve with this awful new art style. Like, I'm sorry, I hate this art style. They change illustrators for Invincible like every 15 issues, and it drives me nuts, like on a principle level. But this art style in particular looks so like not flat. What's the word? It's like shiny. I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, they recap a lot because this is supposed to be like the midpoint for Invincible or whatever. Blah blah blah. No big deal. Dun dun dun. Yeah. And then they just talk. War is peak. It's good. Like, it's solid as hell. I don't know if it's peak. I think part of what keeps it separated from me is that Mark spends a lot of the war in a coma. Like, when he's alive, when he's up and kicking, like, that war takes off. It's really, really great stuff. But it's Corey Walker. Well, good for him. I mean, I appreciate all the work that Corey Walker does. Like, look, yeah, Corey Walker. But, like, the art style looks different, like, even here. Like, look at this. Like, even within the issue itself. The beginning of the issue, this is, like, page, like, 5, right? And then you get to the end of the issue. Even just, like, here to here. Look at this. Like, this art style does not match this. You know? I don't know. Dinosaurus arc is peak. You're gonna have to be more specific, my friend. Dinosaurus comes back, like, 4 times. I like his end arc. That's an issue... Where is it? I was looking at it last night. Don't mind the spoilers if you haven't read them. No, that's issue 100. This arc when he dies. What's this arc called? The Death of Invincible. Oh no, this is the Death of Everyone, yeah. I thought this arc was really good. I liked this one a lot. Yeah, the first half is Ryan Otley and the main... Yeah. I should know artists better than I do, but... The artists really want you to know they have a forehead, yeah. I know. It's so funny. I actually think the animation, the bulletproof stuff in this season... No, the bulletproof stuff will be in season 5, I think. Because, like, there just isn't time. Number one, he doesn't have that big of a presence in the Viltrumite War because, you know, it's for Viltrumites. And the parts that he is in for this part of the story are, like, the Guardians of the Globe stuff, so, like, there won't be any specific focus on him, I think. Dinosaurus arc is basically what I call everything from after Viltrumite's War to 100. That's a lot of ground to cover, my friend. That's, like, issues 80 to 101. That's a lot. Which will probably be season 5. Yeah, they'll probably just go all in on Dinosaurus for season 5. Because, yeah. So, my prediction was that this episode, issue 80, when Dinosaurus makes his return, and he, spoilers in case you care, blows up Las Vegas. He turns Las Vegas to glass. Yeah. This will be the catalyst for season 5. It may be the very end of season 4, but I doubt it. I think almost assuredly... Whoops. Sorry. I think almost assuredly... I thought for a while that the very end of season 4 was going to be this moment. So, for those who need a little refresher on what the Viltrumite War is, in the end of it, Mark, Thaddeus, and Nolan blow up Viltrum, which leads the remaining Viltrumites to come to Earth, and they go undercover to rebuild their ranks, and Thrag basically says, like, there's nothing you can do about it, we're gonna be here, do you want to fight about it and I'll kill everybody, or do you just want to let it happen? And Mark, at first, says, like, no, never, absolutely, and then he sees, for the last time, like, oh my god, they could destroy everything, and he says, like, my answer is yes. So fine, the Viltrumites are, like, living here on Earth with him. I thought that this was going to be the very last, like, kicker for season 4. I no longer think that. I think that this is way too, like, sad of an ending, and the big thing, like, when you talk about, like, meta writing when it comes to Invincible, they end each season with like a very emotional moment for characters, not for world. This is too big of a plot moment to have as the kicker, which is why I think instead, because this conversation continues into issue 80 anyway, 78, excuse me, and so I have a feeling the very last panel will instead be this. I think the last episode, actually we can write this down a little bit. I think the last episode, hold up. Episode 8. Yes. Right? I think this will be the last episode. Episode 7 will be the big cliffhanger plot thing with the Viltrumites have come to Earth. I do not think so. I think that instead... I think this is going to be the last episode. I think the last episode is going to end with this moment. With Eve having an abortion. Or admitting to Mark that she had an abortion because he went to space. I think that's going to be the very last bit of it. And then they're going to hug and love each other, and that's going to be the very end. Yep. At least I think. And the reason I think that is because like the pacing of everything actually goes really nicely with the Viltrumite War if it doesn't go that way. So episode 7 is going to be... I'm working backwards. Hold on. Let me actually... Let's do it like this. Can y'all see? Okay. Episode 6. No, sorry. I'm bad at this. Where do I think episode 7 will end? I think 7 will end... I think 7 will end exactly where issue number 79 ends. Or 78. Because, like, look, as I said, this is, like, the very last of the Viltrumite War. Damn, first season finale to not have any action, though? That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. Maybe they'll have to rework the Viltrumite War. Take your time. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, this I think this is where season 7, episode 7 will end. I think they may even take this last page out. I think they will have this be like the very last bit of episode 7, where like they come to Earth, they have already infiltrated, and then he says like, "Please give me your answer," and we'll go like close up to Mark, and he's like, "Grr," growl, and then we'll cut to black, and then the opening of episode 8 will be him saying yes, you know, like, okay, fine, you can live here, and then Immortal and Kate, and then ending with abortion. Somebody said that's not a lot of action though, which actually does make me think that issue 80. Las Vegas will be the last for it. This, I had mentioned it. I talked about it. Dinosaurus' return. Because think about it, they probably won't have Dinosaurus as, like, the first villain. The very first beginning of episode 1. They probably won't just have it there. So, if they need an extra action event, you do this. You do Dinosaurus attacking Las Vegas, and it's not like... I guess it's not like a huge showstopper of an ending, but if you needed an action scene, this would be the end, and then you go back to, then you switch it around, and then you have Immortal and Kate hosting, what is it? You have Immortal and Kate hosting, I don't know. Issue 7 will end with either them getting back to Earth and realizing nobody is there, or Thrag there, and the Viltrumites are coming back to Earth. So, that's what I thought too. But somebody brought up a really good point, like, what action do you have for episode 8 then? Like, what... Because, like, I feel like if you wanted to have a climactic end to the Viltrumite War, you'd have the destruction of Viltrum. You know? Because you'd have this. This is the moment from the trailer, by the way. This is, when they... Someone brought it up. Where is it, 140? Speed fireball? Yeah, this. That's this moment. You can see the 3 bodies in there. That's them. Anyway, let's see. Wait, that's probably smart. Season 2 started and ended with Angstrom, so they could do the same with Dinosaurus. That's my thought, too. Season 3 did not, though. Season 3 did not start with Conquest, and it ended with Conquest. So, I don't know. I think we might be at a point where they don't need to have action to speak for the show anymore. Maybe. But, it like, doesn't it feel a little lame to not have a fight scene for episode 8? You know, like nothing at all. Because like if you look, if we don't have the Las Vegas turning to glass part, you have Mark saying yes to Thrag, you have a dinner date between Immortal and Kate, and Eve revealing that she had an abortion. Even me looking at this isn't enough to have a whole episode. You know? So I think they need to do something. Not to you? Okay. Gotta remember, there's 3 battles in the Viltrumite War: Conquest, Fight on Thalaskira, and the Destruction of Viltrum. I think that's episode 6, 7, and 8. I think that's episode 6 and 7. I do not think it's 8. Because, like, how do you conclude it then? Like, okay. What if we restructure, right? What do you think? And it's so funny that, like, we're just predicting the work that has already been done. Like, this is not a writer's room. Like, we don't have any say over what's happening here, but I don't know. It's fun to theorize. You make a good point, Sam. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. We keep starting at the end, okay? Right? So, I'm not even fully sure that 1, 2, 3, and 4 are like where they're gonna be. But like let's say they are, right? Episode 5 is gonna start with departure from Earth. I'll just say Earth departure. Earth departure. You come for the action, stay for the characters. That's true. I'm more invested in the story than anything. Yeah. I think Dinosaurus being the last episode makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, they're gonna start the season off with Dinosaurus. I think they'll end it with him too. It's not episode 2. Okay. So I think episode 5 will be the Earth departure and then the conquest fight. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in between there too. Because like they have to link up with the what are they called? What the hell are they called? Alan's people. It's like the United Federation of Planets, but it's not. You'll make a nice warm-up. That's a good title. It's a really good one. Episode 5 ends with Conquest attacking Mark cliffhanger? No way. What do you put in episode 5 then? Like, what is the contents of episode 5? I think it's going to be like half of the episode is the Earth departure, half the episode is linking with Coalition. And then the Conquest fight. And then it's going to end... Because you have to think about like how the comics are, right? Sorry, hold on. It's really close. The comics are very nicely paced. In the sense of like, look, this is the end of issue number 72. Like, you have this whole fight throughout the entire episode. The entire issue, excuse me. And then the Unit opens. Good, yeah, that is Alan's race, but I was talking about the Coalition planets. But yeah. You have this whole fight. This whole fight is the end of the episode. This is like the last third or the last half. And then it's going to end like this. It's going to end with Nolan and Oliver coming up to Mark and seeing him almost dead. In the same exact way that Mark almost died fighting Battle Beast in season 1. Like, remember that cliffhanger? Remember how that happened? It was, what's it called? What is it called? Yeah, it just ended with, like, Mark in a coma. And they just took him away to the GDA. So, like, I have a very big feeling that that's going to mirror this. Oh, shit. It's episode 5? And it was episode 5 in season 1? It's going to be, like, in a direct mirror. It's going to be awesome. You think they might do a Tech Jacket backstory? Not in the show. I do not think so. There's already a lot of characters in Invincible who are missing backstories. Because, issue number 25 does a backstory on, like, Rexplode, Duplicate, Immortal. We are missing all of that from the show. So I do not think that they'll put a Tech Jacket backstory. Think about it. One of the biggest moments in the whole series is Thrag's forced deal. So having that be at the end of episode 8 instead would be a big conflict, even if it's not a physical fight. I agree with you. That was my initial thought. But, which is why Mark said, because, okay, think from a writing perspective. Can't wait for the Debbie Nolan confrontation. That's good. Think from a writing perspective. All of the season moments that, like, all the moments that have ended the season have been emotional ones from our main characters, not plot related ones. Mark deciding at the end of season 3 that he will take lives. Mark deciding at the end of season 2 that he will do whatever it takes to protect his family. Mark deciding that he will continue to be a hero in season 1. Sorry, I got distracted by the comments. So, those are all emotional moments for Mark. So, I think the end of episode 8 has to be another emotional moment for Mark. Which is why I'm thinking that the episode will open with Mark saying yes to Thrag's request, which is a big moment for him, emotionally, in the plot sense. And then it will end, the last kicker will be him talking to Eve about their abortion. I don't think they will do this part 1, part 2 stuff. Well, they did. I mean, they've been doing it the whole time. But, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the Sesquids in season 2 were part 1, part 2. Yeah, but if Thrag's deal is the first 15-10 of the episode, that's still 50 to... Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. And that's why I'm saying I think that the Dinosaurus will come back. But he won't be the very end. Because it's never, like, there's never a final battle for, like, the last minutes of the season. So they're going to do, like, these go in order. So you're going to have, like, Mark saying yes to Thrag as the beginning. Then you're going to have Dinosaurus' attack on Las Vegas, turning it to glass. Then you're going to have the date with Immortal and Kate and Eve and Mark, and then Eve's gonna talk about her abortion, and that'll be the end of the season. And we'll maybe get some kickers, because we always do. You know, like, here's what's coming next. Maybe we'll get something with Nolan. Maybe we'll get the Scourge virus as the very end kicker. Because maybe they'll do something like that. Because these are all little events, you know? Like, but there's a lot of them to make up a whole episode. Okay, so... So episode 6 is Mark's recovery. If we look at the comics, 73 is like Mark's not even in this one because he's spending the whole time recovering. And so we get, by the way, in case you were curious, for season 3, this is where they recover Battle Beast. LOL. Hardly think that's the post credits of episode 8. Krieg's first child? I don't know, man. Maybe. I can see a world. Yeah, and then Mark wakes up in this episode. So this is not a whole episode. This issue where Mark's in a coma is not a whole episode. So it'll probably be that plus him rejoining the fight. And then I could see the destruction of Viltrum being the end of that episode, actually. Oh my god. I gotta write smaller. Okay, hold on. Alright, it's scuffed, okay, but we're gonna do it like that. Okay. Krieg's children aren't important. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, they're important for, like, the very end, but, like, not now. We have plenty of time to do that. I've missed some comments. This is the space station, so I think Thrag's big battle has to be episode 8, beginning around 25 minutes. Thrag's big battle? You're talking about, like, this? When he says, like, when he rips off what's his fuck's head, and then he's like, I'm gonna kill you all? That? No way, dude. There's no way. And then what? You wrap up the rest of the emotional beats of the story in 25 minutes? Absolutely not. Also, Science Dog. I hate Science Dog. I don't want to see any more of this stupid dog. He's at the end of issue number 75. Apparently, like, he gets his own comic too. It's not important. I saved them because I'll probably talk about it eventually. I hardly think that's what I initially thought. Scourge virus. Yeah, that's probably going to be the reveal at the end because the Scourge virus is going to be really important for season 5. Because season 5, Mark's going to lose his powers for like 3 episodes, and so like they need to have that there. Maybe not 3 episodes. Maybe it's 2 episodes. I don't know. They might extend the Titan issue about Machine Head. Yeah. Oh, they might add Machine Head. You're right. That's a good point because he's in this still. That might be episode 3. We might have found our episode 3. Maybe Thrag kills Cadius at the end of episode 6. Yes, I think that's what happens. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Thaddeus death. And then episode 7 is him... Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a little short, right? Because then episode 7 is going to be this. Where he fucks up... I mean, this battle itself is pretty long, but... And then you have them returning to Earth. Oh yeah, and then you have all the Invincible Return stuff. Wait, no. I'm thinking of something else. Was Machine Head not around during this long in the comics? Andrew, my friend, Machine Head was around for like 2 issues in the comics. He was around for issue number 18 as his introduction, issue number 19 when he got his ass beat, and then he pops up as a cameo appearance in issue number like 120. And that is it. He is not an actual character that exists in the comics. He exists in the Guarding the Globe comics. A little, but not really. Like, the relationship that him and Titan have is, like, it's not a thing. I talk about it a lot in my Season 3 video, so wait until March 18th to see that. I'm just curious, why do you say Thaddeus a different way each time? Because I can never decide which way is the right way. How do you pronounce it? Don't tell me, it's gonna be weird. I'm not gonna say it right anyway. Krieg's children showcased that Thrag's deal kind of failed. I don't know what you mean, because, like, it didn't fail. Like, overall, I don't know. Like, overall, that was the point. Like, that's why Mark said yes. It's because, like, if Earth could change Nolan, it could probably change all them. Anyway. Episode 7 will have... Well, episode 7s have always ended with a they are going to fight moment. The Coalition lineup. Okay, so like you're talking about this moment, right? This is not episode 7. There's no way. That's way too late. I think this is way too late because there's so much that happens after this. This happens in, where is it? Like issue number 71 or 72. Okay, hold on. Stand by. Yeah, like this. This is the moment. This is this. So, like, there's no way that this is the beginning of the Viltrum War, you know? Because I think you're thinking that, like, the Viltrum War, this is, like, the final climactic battle, but, like, if it was, they'd be covered in blood. They would have been fighting at this point. I don't know. Episode 8 could be called Nothing Left But Revenge. That's a little on the nose, I'll be honest. When we talk about episode titles, they're always, like, really subtle. The show says Theidis? I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that I say it wrong every time, so I'm going to keep going with it. Big maybe, but they could also bring up Shrinking Ray once or twice in this first half. I don't know. No, it's after Mark recovers? How? How could this be after Mark recovers? Look at his costume after he recovers. Look. So season 72, he recovers, and then look. How could this be Mark after he recovers? Does he shave? No. Look. It's not possible. There's no way this is before his coma. Oh, sorry, this is before his coma. This is not the climactic fight. And then if you're talking about, like, maybe this part? Okay. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take a step back. This might be this. I can see that. Yep, okay. I understand. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So yeah, maybe this is that? But even if it is, it doesn't necessarily change anything. Because, like... No, you're right, you're right. Sam underscore 00112. You are correct. I have been necked. You're right. People are gonna hate Alan and Oliver next season. I know. I'm gonna hate them. I hated them in the comics. Yeah, this image of the trailer, they're facing Conquest. I don't know. Season 3 analysis. March 18th. It's coming. Promise. In case you just dropped by for that question, yeah. March 18th. When the new season drops, you'll get season 3. That's how it goes. Episode 6 could be Mark's coma and Oliver and Nolan bonding. So, there's no way that it's that long. Like, I think... Well, maybe. I mean... The show is pretty good at having, like, good stakes. So maybe it will be something like this. You know, I'm seeing it. I'm coming around to it. Yeah, they fight Conquest. Mark is in a coma. I don't know what else happens in this episode. I guess the rest of the war? The Damien... What if it's the Dark Blood stuff? Like I said. Anyway. They could expand the fight. Yeah, they could. I could see it. I'm seeing it now. So then this moment would be in episode 7. Yeah, right before the destruction of Viltrum. And then Thaddeus' death. I don't know, man. It's tricky stuff. Tricky stuff trying to piece together what's going to happen from the comics. Especially because, like, you know that episode 1 is going to throw in, like, a 25-minute sequence about Seance Dog, and, like, it came out of nowhere and nobody expected it. Because this show is good at doing that. I think I'm most looking forward to hearing Peter Cullen. Yeah. I hope Peter Cullen is back. I'll be honest, his voice didn't quite sound like him in this trailer. But, I don't know. Might be wrong. The Guardians were on a ship to the ringed planet in the trailer. Ah, we talked about this already. So, you want some analysis? Look at this, right? The trailer plays like this, right? And it would lead you to believe that the Guardians are en route to that planet. That is not true. So if you see the space out here, it's like purple and black and spacey. If you see the space outside the ship, it's blue. The Guardians here are en route to the Sesquid attack, not to the planet. The Guardians are never a part of the Viltrumite War. They would get ripped apart. No, it's okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm filling you in. But yeah, that was something I discovered early. I was like, no way. There's no way they're en route to the Viltrumite War. There's no way. There's always a music montage in episode 1 and 8. I don't know. Is there always? What was the one for episode 1 in season 2? Peter Cullen is 84 years old. So what? He's just in his 80s. Yeah, I know. It's not about that. It's just I'm not worried about him dying. I'm just worried about him not returning. Mahershala Ali, who played Titan, was only in season 1. He didn't come back for season 3. So like it happens. It looks like a glow though. I don't think so, Chief. That looks like Sky to me. Because you think about it, it's like, yeah, somebody said they'd be cannon fodder. Like, there's no way that you'd put the Guardians in a Viltrumite war. You know, like they didn't even want Tech Jacket in the Viltrumite war, and he came anyway. Season 1 episode. The sad song. Oh yeah, because he was like, what's the word? Reflecting on his fight with his dad. That's right. Because the other part of like them coming is like, when are the Guardians ever on a ship like this? They're not. The trailer would make you believe that the Guardians are here, but these are not connected scenes. So, what if they kill one off? Kill one of what? Kill who off? Episode 8 montage has to be about the Viltrumites getting used to living on Earth. Maybe. I could see that. That'd be cute. Also, Robot and Monster Girl are gone before the Viltrumite War? Yes, they absolutely are. They are in Flaxen. Long before that. Issue number 71, they're in. Yeah, they're heading to the Flaxen invasion on the ship. They're probably heading to the Sesquid invasion instead. It's hard to tell. I don't know for sure. But if you see, like, they're on a ship here. This is in issue number 71. No, sorry, 69. Nice. I'm hoping Tech Jacket is written more like his own Ministry self than his Invincible main series self. My memory's a little hazy. No, it's okay. It's a lot to remember. There's a lot to remember within the Invincible world. Especially when you, like, start doing other freaking comic series like Tech Jacket and Astonishing Wolfman. Now the real theorizing question. What song is going to blow up / get deserved recognition because it's in Season 4? That's a good question. I appreciate that they seem to be using, like, indie songs so that, like, local artists can go. I'm still jamming out to Feel It by David in Season 2. That song was so good. My Man in Season 3 was okay. The one where even Mark fell in love was cute. The Robot and Amanda stuff should be in Season 5. I'd be surprised if they added them. They have to add them leaving. They will come back in Season 5. Like, we'll get to see their adventure. But, like, the Sequid attack, which I think I pronounced correct, is in 71. And that attack ends with them running through the portal and being left behind. So they'll include that. This will be that part of that. But yeah. I don't know. I need some water. I need my thinking juice. Hold on. I want to hydrate. I want to hydrate out there. He's a messed up guy? What did David do that he's a messed up guy? I like his song. I don't know. I'm also good at separating the artist from the artist, the art from the artist most of the time. I honestly think Eve is gonna miscarriage instead of aborting. I don't know. It was an important moment for her character, like, making that decision, because she felt like she couldn't take care of him. Like, it was, like, miscarriages are not the choice of the woman. Abortions are. And so, like, to put that choice in her hands, I feel like is important for her character. Thinking juice. I really want Amanda and Rex to be a special. That would be cool. That would be really neat. Although you'd miss a lot of the backstory, because, like, the parts where we do see, where are they? They're like issue 90. The parts where we do see Amanda and Rex's time in the Flaxen dimension. Yeah, so this is it, actually. This is issue number 92. So not at all next season. We're talking about, like, season 5 right now. When we do see their time in the Flaxen dimension, it's pretty well detailed in the comics. So it probably will be in the show because it needs to be. Like, all of the stuff that they include for the Flaxen dimension is really important for Rudy's character. So as much as I think it would be really cool to have, like, a mini movie dedicated to like them conquering the Flaxons, it would make the viewing experience for the show be a little awkward. But it would be cool. I feel like a 10-episode season would pace better. I don't know. I always feel like there's a little bit of drag somewhere in the Invincible season, and it's usually around episode 5. So I don't know if more episodes would fix that. Dang, you're really out of the loop on David? Yeah, I am. I don't know. I just read Invincible, man. That's what I do. We can see Nolan in the hell thing in one frame. Huh? Where? In one frame? Let's watch again. I don't see Nolan. I don't see Nolan. Nolan's not in that part. I don't see Nolan here. And that's the last one, I think. I don't think so. Wait a second. Who is this? That's not Thula, right? The bitch with the... Do we... has anybody seen... Okay, can we talk about this real quick? Because, where is she? She's actually... Hold on. I'm making a point. This is important. It's not actually important. Just hold on. This bitch, Thula, with the knife hair, she dies in season 2. I've been standing on that stance for like 2 years now. She dies in season 2. And she's, you know, the big beginning of the Viltrumite War. Like, she attacks Thaddeus on his way in. Have we seen any of her in this trailer? Because if I had to guess... Like, who's this girl? Who's she? That doesn't look like her. It's not her. But it could have been. I don't know. Everybody keep an eye out, because everybody kept telling me, like, no, she's not dead, I swear, she's not dead. But, like, I think she's dead, guys. Not technically. She got her mouth broken. How do you breathe? So, not, I don't know. I'm not going to go into it. It's not important right now. They included Cecil's story, so I highly doubt they won't include Rudy and Amanda's. No, they will. They'll absolutely. She fights Battle Beast? No way. Where? Hold on. She's in the trailer? Hold on. I'm trying to find. Is that at the beginning or the end? Oh, it's right here. Shit, you're right! Wow. I've just been wrong. Wow. Can I tell you how important it is for a Viltrumite to breathe? It's like one of the main ways that you kill them. And so at the end of season 2, they have that shot of her not breathing. And like, I'm telling you, I could have sworn that she was out for the count. I don't know, like, you didn't need to bring her back. She's not like that important of a character. But it doesn't matter. Whatever. That's fine. I'll eat my words. I thought she was dead. But that's fine. Do you have anything where I can send you the things I noticed from the trailer? Right here, bud. That's what we're here for. What did you notice? Because I'm kind of going through and establishing where in the comics things happen. We know that Conquest lives through a similar injury. What do you mean lives through? He doesn't live. Oh, you mean the face? Yeah, the face? Okay. That's fair. But I'm just saying, because, like, one of the main ways to kill a Viltrumite is, like, strangle him. Her heart was still beating, maybe? That's a good point. But, I mean, Mark doesn't do any damage to Conquest's heart in this fight, and he still kills him. That's a dead Conquest. Not a stretch for her to live. I know. It's okay. Did you see the new original Invincible character from the fighting game? What fighting game? Oh, the mobile one? No. I actually don't play the mobile one. I did for a little, but I didn't get, like, too into it because I don't have time for games these days. She's getting such a big spotlight in Invincible Versus? Okay. That's fair. I didn't know there was an Invincible Versus. I don't know. I'm a little out of the loop. I've been thinking about playing Dispatch, that game. Do I have that name right? Because, like, people kept telling me it's, like, kind of like Invincible, but it's not. I know people, like, thought that from the beginning, but it actually ended up not being that way. But I'm still interested in playing it. I don't know. Maybe later. Not today. Today, I got other things to do. No, there's a new AAA Invincible fighting game? No way. Hold on. Really? Where? Hold on. Invincible fighting game? Oh, Invincible Versus. Oh! Really? Damn. Is it all Invincible? Is it like, okay, how do I say this? Is it like one of those Mortal Kombat tie-ins, or is it like its own game? Well, it looks like its own game. Oh, I'll play this. I suck at Mortal Kombat, but I'll play this. That's cool. Okay. Back on topic. You should watch the trailer while we're here? I could. Alright, hold on. What's your opinion on people wanting Debbie and Nolan's reunion to be different? Nope, it's just Invincible. That's pretty cool. Okay, wait, so somebody asked, what's your opinion on wanting the Debbie and Nolan reunion to be different? I don't know what they want exactly. Because, like, this is pretty powerful stuff. Like, this is a solid panel of comic. Like, what differences do you want in this? I think it's pretty good. She doesn't actually, like, forgive him at first. And then he has to, like, work at it, and it's only after he goes on the Invincible War, and, sorry, the Viltrumite War, and comes back, that she, like, accepts that she missed him. I don't know. Do not know. Alt timeline, I think? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's all Invincible. They have added original characters, though. They've added original characters, though. I'll look into it. Maybe we'll play that next time. If you guys like the stream, maybe we'll do another stream, and I'll, like, play games and talk about games and stuff. Like I said, I wanted to do Dispatch, because Dispatch felt very Invincible-like. And maybe if Invincible Versus is out, I'll play that, too. It comes out in April, I said, right? Yeah, release date April 30th. I'll do that. It's pretty cool. I wonder what lore implications will be in the Invincible Versus. Because even if it is an alt timeline, like, they do that stuff all the time, where it's like, oh, this character is thinking this in this alt universe, so what does that mean for their character? Blah, blah, blah. I guess they want it to take longer for Debbie to forgive him. How much longer does she need? He goes to war. Like, he goes off to war and comes back. Like, that's a pretty long time. Mark is in a coma for, like, 4 weeks. Or was it, like, 4 months? How long was he out? The Viltrumite... Like, if you need a scale of how long the Viltrumite War lasts, we're talking another month. Like, I don't know how many months it's been, but this is a multiple month war. That's why Eve is able to gestate a child and then abort it. Like, that's... You have the time to do that. It's like, I don't know how much time she needs. 154? Cool to see this fight. Battle Beast? I don't get what he's fighting. Oh, this is the part people were talking about. The Under-Earth people. And, Nolan. Oh. That makes sense. Sorry, we found a shot that we were talking about before. Let's go back to the chart. So, yeah, this may actually be all of 4. And then Nolan Returns is actually just supposed to be before that. And then he does Dark Blood with him. I could see that. It's at least a 10-month war. Yeah, it's a long time. Meant the Mark moment. Yeah, I know. I know you did. I'm sorry. I was very distracted because we were looking for this earlier. I couldn't find it. Wasn't Mark asleep for 9 months? I don't know how long it's been. We could probably find out. Hold on. Because Mark wakes up and he'll be like, how long was I out? Right? Did you kill him? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Wow. They really just don't address it. I don't know. No, that's the planet. Nolan doesn't have a cape. That's when he is feeding Mark in coma. Oh, good point. Good point. This is probably not Dark Blood. Nolan goes to hell? I don't know. Because Sam brings up, yeah, they eat slugs while Mark is in a coma. What is it? Hold on. I'll find it. Yeah, these like, slug things. They actually do kind of look like him, so. Yep, that's a good point. It's probably not Dark Blood. Although it might be. I don't know. Yeah, this is this. Because he doesn't have a cape here. You guys are so observant. So interesting. It's really cool to do this, like, analysis on a trailer. Because, like, in a show, I could very confidently say, like, oh, okay, this is... I would have the time to look at all of this and say, like, okay, he doesn't have a cape. This is the same slug thing that he fights here. It's very interesting. I'm having a good time. When they need food, yeah, no one goes down. Like, Conquest versus Mark round 2 will have the same animation level as round 1, looking at it. I think it'll all have the same level of animation. It's freaking Lizard Man, dude. Why is he underground, though? I don't know. I mean, it's not the only time he eats bugs. He does it a few times. Don't know. How big do you think Invincible will be after this season? My memory this Saturday is not doing a good job. No, it's fine. We're all trying to piece it together as a team, as a family. How big do I think Invincible will be after this season? It's an awkward question. Like, how big is Invincible now? Like, he's big. I don't know. What would your prediction for finales for Season 5 until the end? That's a big question. Season 5's finale is most likely going to be the death of Dinosaurus and Eve being pregnant. This moment right here at the end of issue number 100. Yeah. I think that'll be a good parallel if I'm right about Season 4, and her abortion is the end of Season 4. So then her abortion's the end of Season 4, and then her being pregnant intentionally because Mark is back being the end of Season 5, I think would be good parallel, good work there as far as the story goes. Season 5 ends with the death of everybody, and Season 6 will probably end with Mark and Eve leaving Earth. Yeah. I think so. Which leaves just enough time for Season 7 to do all of the, like, off-of-Earth reboot and finale stuff. Maybe that season will get extended to, like, 10 episodes. Or 16. I could see the last season of the show being extended. I think this is the peak, like I'm saying, popularity. Season 2 had really big hype around it, though. Or Season 3 did. Because I don't know. It's hard to tell. Did they ever do a Comic-Con trailer for Invincible before Season 4? Oh, they did. Yeah. So I don't know. I think the trailer showed a bit too much for my liking. I think Kirkman said he was aiming for 7 to 8 seasons. Yeah, that'd be a good... I hope for 12 in Season 7. 12 episodes? Yeah, that'd be a good number. 12 episodes for Season 7 would be a really good number. You could do a Part 1, Part 2 for the last episode, and that would be, like, the conclusion. Because issue 144 is really big. Also, alright, hold on. Let's think about numbers. If Season 5 is ending at issue 100, like I said, like I'm predicting, and Season 6 ends with them leaving Earth, that's like issue 110. Which means Season 6 would be a really short season. And then you'd have a lot to make up for Season 7. So if we're really thinking that far ahead, I think Season 6 would actually be... I think them leaving Earth would be like Episode 4. And then you'd have a little bit of shenanigans, and then Reboot would be the beginning of Season 7. And then you would just have everything after that. Because everything after that is basically the end. Season 3 did not have a lot of hype. Oh, it did have a lot of hype, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I remember the hype being really big for Season 3. I mean, that's why I dropped my Invincible video at the time. And because I really loved it. I love this topic so much. I don't know if any of you have ever heard the story. I don't know if I've told it. That, like, the reason I made the Invincible video to begin with was because I was just like, I gotta get this off my chest. Because they changed so much. And I was excited about it. So, that's why I keep making videos. You gotta do something you get excited about. Otherwise, life gets really stale. I hope they expand the comic with Robot, because the ending is rushed. That's a take. The 14-part ending of the end of the comics was rushed? I don't know, man. Do you think Alan and Omni-Man Space Adventures will be the focus of Ep 1 or 2? If you go to our chart, not that, chart, you'll see, I think it will be the second half of Episode 2. So in Season 3, you had Episode 4 that had the beginning was Mark killing Immortal, and then the second half was just Mark and Alan breaking out of prison. I think they'll follow the same formula and do Sequids for Part 2, you'll do the end of that, so Mark will just kill him, and then they'll go right from Mark killing a dude to Nolan and Alan finding the parts to kill Viltrumites. Do you think the Battle Beast versus Thrag will be the same as the comics? Yes. I think they will pan to different scenes, and they won't do it as one thing. A Thrag backstory? I don't know. I feel like I don't need a Thrag backstory. I'm kind of good with the info we got, personally. I mean, typically, more information is better than less information, but I don't know. That's not take, that's a fact. The last 2 years were rushed by about 50 issues because the main artist wanted to do other things. Oh. That's a shame. I didn't know that. I don't know a whole lot of, like, the production value behind the Invincible comics, so I appreciate when people come in and have knowledge of that stuff. Only backstory I'd need is who trained him as a kid. Batman. Batman trained him. It was revealed in Batman issue number 143. Anyway, yeah, looking at this list, I'm kind of good to call this year. Like, I think this is going to be the progression of season 4. Seeing how they already added new Damian storyline, I wouldn't be surprised if they did this more next season. I think they'll have to see how the Damian Darkblood story does. And they'll have to not fumble it. Because that's the thing, like, imagine bringing back Damian Darkblood because he wasn't really doing anything, and then it just sucks. You don't want that. That's why I think we could have more than 7 seasons. Maybe. I could see, like, the Adam Eve special. I could see Adam Eve's, like, the Adam Eve special that they did, I could see them doing that for, like, some characters. I don't know. Now we plan out what pants you eat if you get wrong and how they are prepared. Hey, I handle how they're prepared, okay? I'm going to be hiring a chef for that one. I'm not cooking them myself. And I told you, no, the only thing I'm concerned about is this part right here. Dinosaurs. Make it a different color. Okay. Yeah, if Dinosaurus is not in episode 1, I will eat a pair of pants. That is the deal, that is the bet. That's it. I would put money on Nolan and Alan being in episode 2, but I'm not eating a pair of pants over it, okay? That's what that is. Episode 1, Dinosaurus, or else I eat a pair of pants. I get to pick the pants. I'll probably eat my favorite pants. I fear people will think that the Damian story will be boring filler. See, it's funny because you said it would be boring filler, but then you said the Titan story was boring filler from the last season. Which is really funny because that's actually my shortest episode in the season 3 video. Because, like, there isn't a whole lot to talk about. Does it count if Dinosaurus shows up at the very end of episode 2 as a teaser for episode 2? For the sake of my pants, I want to say yes. But in my heart of hearts, I have to say no. Let me ask you, okay, all of you people who are disbelieving, what else are they going to put in episode 1? What else is going to be in episode 1 if not Dinosaurs? What else could they do? Like, you're going to do Universa and the Sequids? Why? They came after. Besides, you need Dinosaurus as the warm-up to the Sequids because you have to show... Because, like, okay, and for anybody who doesn't know or doesn't remember, where the hell is it? Let's go over this, okay? So he fights Dinosaurus in this issue, and then at the end of it, he knocks him out, and then he's like, yo, please help me. I got this dinosaur trapped in me. I got this dog in me. And Invincible just, like, strangles him. And so, sure, look, see, Robot is like, surely you weren't going to, like, murder him. And then in the next panel, he tells Eve, like, yeah, I kind of was. So, like, you need this introduction if you're going to have him kill the Sequid guy. If you're going to have him kill Russ for the Sequid attack. So, like, if they're not going to put Dinosaurus in episode 1, like, how are you going to do this? I'd put my whole bank account on it? That guy gets it. Yeah, see, that's another guy who would be willing to eat a pair of pants, probably. They're going to stretch Universa for sure. Probably. I don't know. I don't think the Titan episode was filler, personally. I didn't think it was filler either, but I think it wasn't, like, on theme. It was kind of like a one-shot for all the other stuff that was happening. Dark Blood stuff is technically from the comics, but it's cut content? As in, like, comic cut content? Because I've read the Invincible series more times than I can count, my friend, and he ain't coming back. He ain't there. Nolan and Alan, they're releasing the first 3 at once, so it's not like the audience is deprived for Mark. I mean, yeah. But I'm telling, it doesn't sit right for me. Okay, here's the other thing, right? Look at the very beginning of this. Look, the very beginning of the trailer is, like, Mark getting dressed up and, like, talking to Debbie and, like, oh, you can take some time and, like, this recap of, like, the city and stuff. You're gonna save this for episode 2? No way. No way. You can't. Like, you know, it's gonna be there. You're gonna have some of this recap. You're gonna have some nightmares. You're gonna have Dinosaurus, because he's gotta be like, oh, I guess I do kill people now. And I could see the Sequids being the end of that. Maybe there's a world where Nolan comes back in episode 1. No, he doesn't. He has to go on his adventure with Alan first. So yeah, it'll be there, and then Nolan will return in episode 4. Probably. Hold on one sec, guys. Hello. Sorry. A little congested. Which you may have heard because I'm bad at this. Sorry. But that's okay. Conquest Breakout Episode 1? Yes. Post-credit, probably. Yeah, you'll have the Sequid attack, Universa will just end, and then credits, and then Conquest will break out. The deal with Damien's story is that it was something Kirkman always wanted to do in the comics, but never had a chance. Well, great. I'm glad that he's getting the chance to do things that he wants. Damien Darkblood returned once, only to get mocked for it. Yeah, that happened in issue like 18. He walks into the GDA and he's like, hey, I think I know who kills the Guardians. And they're like, yeah, we know, it's Omni-Man. It's really funny. I still remember my binge reading of Invincible. Yeah. It was fun back when it was all brand new. Episode 6 is a little light for me. I don't know, like, I feel like Mark's recovery, like, I gotta do something more. I guess you do the war. So, like, Alan and Tech Jacket and all that. I always thought it was only a little lame that Mark, like, missed a lot of the war. Like, he was in a coma for, like, months. I don't know. Like, I guess you still get the participation medal for fighting in the war, even if you, like, end up in a coma, but it always just felt a little, like, I don't know. Well, that's kind of all I got today. That's all I wanted to do, was kind of map out how Season 4 would go. Talk about the trailers. Which I did. I had fun doing it, too. I hope y'all enjoyed. I had a really good time. Maybe we'll do this more in the future if y'all are interested. I mean, he did split Conquest? I don't know what that means. Mark's recovery up until Thaddeus' death? I don't know. That seems like a lot. Do you think we'll get more Thrag scenes? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. He's not really hurting for scenes in the comics. You know? Like, he has plenty. Episode of 8 is definitely the destruction of Viltrum. The Scourge Virus and Viltrumites arriving to Earth is the perfect cliffhanger for the same episode. Perfect cliffhanger. Do you really think... I don't want to say it like that. I'm not trying to be rude, but, like, I don't think that they will leave a season break in between Mark, like, deciding yes. And the reason I had my theory that, like, you have to do all of this for episode 8 is because each season ends with Mark making an emotional decision. Not a plot-based decision, but an emotional decision based on his relationship with other people. And so that's what made Eve's abortion, like, the perfect conclusion for that to me. Sorry, my baby's awake. Also, go to the Burger Mart trailer from October. Oh yeah, we looked at that one earlier. You may not have been around for it. Yeah, we looked at this one earlier. I think this is bait. I don't think this is going to be the actual first episode. Yeah, especially this part. I don't know what the hell this, like, interstellar large monster is. Like this part was in the trailer. This part where he wakes up in a cold sweat. But, yeah. This is bait. Although, we have this, Oh, we can talk about this, because we didn't talk about this. The episode title, You Gave Me No Choice. See, it's hard because, like, without knowing the episode, it's hard to know where the, where to look for the quotes. But I'm gonna look in issue number 68. Here's the quote for, Season 3, in case anybody was curious. The last episode of Season 3. I Thought You'd Never Shut Up. It's from this comic. That's why I thought Dinosaurus was gonna be, like, the last credit teaser. Or the end credit teaser, or whatever. Sorry, now we're just going through. I'm trying to read and look for a line when he says, "You gave me no choice." Maybe it's here with Universo. I think the last episode's title of the season may be We Very Much Are Here. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. They sad to be losing Robot and Monster Girl such early. I mean, yeah, I was expecting to lose them. Well, I thought that there was a possibility we could lose them last season, but we didn't, so we're fine. Both Universa and the Sesquid said it? When? You gave me no choice. Oh look, our powers work. Oh wait, they don't. Haha, okay. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you're right. You gave me no choice. Boom. Good find. Who said that? That was, Ferocious. Yeah, good find. Yeah. So, Universa is definitely episode 1, like we predicted. Yep. Issue 70? No, this is issue number 79. 69, excuse me. I mean, it might also be said in issue 70, but... You gave me no choice? Oh, you're thinking of when Mark says it. But that's actually not the line? Look, you've left me with no choice. So we talked about this a little earlier. The comics and the show are really particular about making sure that the words line up. Like, perfectly. So, you gave me no choice is not the same as you've left me with no choice. This is not the moment that they're talking about for this script. Yeah, this moment, there's no way. They're not the same. It's the episode titles are very specific about not paraphrasing and not missing words. Otherwise, Season 2's episode, in about 6 hours, I lose my virginity to a fish, would have been shortened. Because it's just way too long of a title and doesn't even make sense, so... Check Invincible issue 60 for the Gave Me No Choice line. Yes, it's out of order. Yeah, no. See, issue 60 was already covered. Issue 60 was in the Invincible War. So, there's no way that it's that one. It's just not possible. Yeah. These script pages were always correct, though? Maybe. I don't know. Earth from orbit slowly turning for a few whatever. Pieces of broken metal drift past the foregone, sparking circuit boards, whip-like tentacle. What is this supposed to be? What monster is this? Lead to Mark floating in the debris. Mark's got metallic casts. Glances around frantically until he realizes the fight's over. Just watches for a beat moment. This tiny flash. What fight is this supposed to be? I'm still confused about the Invincible War episode title. Let me clarify. They did it to throw you off. Like, you specifically, they did it to mess with you.
He's awake and
Hi,
I have
Corbin.
to say hi to his adoring fans.
Hey, Corbin. Yeah, so Ferocious, I'll tell you exactly why they did the episode title change. It's because they wanted to throw you off specifically. They knew that you and me and people who were really invested in the comics, like, were checking the episode titles to tell which episodes were coming up, and they were like, hey, what if we confuse them? And I knew this from reading the episode title from episode 7. Because episode 7's episode title from season 3 was, What Have I Done? And that was a line that was said in issue number 51, which is when Cecil attacks Mark. So the one for season 3 was about Mark fighting the giant baby. The script had lined up. Maybe the opening scene is something they made for the show. I don't know. Maybe. Do you have a favorite comic arc? Sorry if you've answered. No, I don't mind. I think my favorite comic arc is The Death of Everyone, which is issues like 100. Where is it? Yeah. The Death of Everyone. In particular, part 3 of 3. Issue 100 is like a really good issue to me. I also like the... I forget the name of it, but it's the... Hey, bud. Ugh. Where's Corbin's tie? I don't know. Good question. I should find it. Hold on one sec. The issue when Mark fights so-and-so in issue number 101. What is this arc called? Oh, it doesn't have a name. Okay. Well, the, what's it called? The one where Rex becomes the bad guy in issue number 111. I really, really like that setup of comics. I don't know... It doesn't have an arc name, but I really like it. Dinosaurs just makes everything awesome. I agree. Like, okay, I agree. I like a lot of what Dinosaurus does, but I do not like how he looks. I do not think this looks like Dinosaurus. This looks like Lizard Man. You grumpy? What's up? Do you have a favorite issue cover? Not particularly. Because I spend so much time inside the comics, I don't actually look at a lot of the covers. I mean, I look at them, but I don't, like, have a favorite picked out off of a whim. This one's pretty good. I like the ones that are really stylized, like this one. Like this black here. It's really cool. You okay, bud? The Rise of Robot? That's a good title. We should do an episode title prediction for season 4? That's tough. We could. Yo, your Invincible videos are so goated? Yo, thank you. Appreciate it. Really, really love the support. Thank you so much. We want to do episode title predictions? So, here's the thing. I came up with, like, a really great, like, I thought that there were some episode titles that could have been better. So I feel like all the ones that we make are going to be dead wrong. I always read Dinosaurus as having a British accent. I can tell you exactly who he sounds like to me. He sounds like Malekith from Elden Ring. Hold on. I'll find a clip. Turn on my sound again. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. This might be loud. Hold on.
Mind that you know, you can go ahead and do.
Never mind, it has commentary. Alright, hold on. Alright, this is the last thing we're doing, and then I'm probably gonna go. Malekith the Black Blade, no commentary. Never mind, I can't find a good clip. Okay, it's over. We're so over. It's okay. It's all good. Oh, I didn't realize I had my mic on. I have to fix my audio settings. They're, like, not greatly set up. Sorry about that for everybody who was listening. Okay, well, if anybody else has anything fun to say, I think we'll go. I think I'm going to take Corbin to the park. I like that the titles weren't just the ironic lines, though.
Bop.
Bop. Could detract from when they say it in the episodes sometimes. They so rarely say it in the episodes, I don't even expect them to. It was actually like a real anomaly in season 1 that they had 3 episodes that the episode titles were said. Yeah. It doesn't have, like, in season 2 had 1 episode where the season title was said, or the episode title, and season 3 had none. So, I guess we'll call it here. This has been a good one. Yeah, thank you all for stopping in. Thank you all for participating in the stream. Experiment. First fun time. Really had a good one. Really had a good time with everybody. Yeah. This was fun. Maybe we'll do this again next week, and I'll play Dispatch, and we'll look into the Invincible verses a little bit more. Because everybody was telling me about that. Plans to do live streams after the episodes air? I could. I don't know. I thought that I wanted to do live streams for a little while now. So, I probably will do more of them in the future. He wants to go out. Out. Wait, you should watch the Invincible trailer really quick. We'll do that another time, because I don't have the time. Don't forget to like and sub, says Delights, is the second part of that word. Okay. He wants to go out. So we're going to say bye. 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 Yeah. Okay. Alright, that's it. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. This was a lot of fun. Really appreciate all your input, everybody. Cool trailers. Really excited about what's to come. So, thanks, everybody. I'll leave the BRB up for a little while, and then that'll be the end. So, thank you, guys. Take care. Bye. Boop.